in the entire universe, you are non-dual, appearing as many. That's the theme. Akhila Brahmandama Ekato Sri Hari Dujve Rupe Ananta Bhas. Divine Sparsh.
But that's too great. Even space enough.
About her question in Jnana Vyapi.
Swami, yeah.
Oh. I think there are two like this. We have two. Tomorrow ask Acharya where is the other one, because it controls me by making noise. Sometimes, see, there's some objection. Gyan Vapi. Actually, Kashi had been a seat of learning, knowledge. So, if you go to Banaras Kashi and study, you are looked up like Ivy League universities,
Yes.
IITs, that's Kashi was such. And that used to be dream of every Brahmana, those who committed to knowledge, to go to Kashi and study. It was really live place in those days. Panditas across India would come and debate and discuss and share knowledge. That was done at that point called Jnana Vapi. In the 11th century, one Muslim broke the temple. It was part of the temple where Brahmanas gather. Broke it and built a mosque. In the 12th century, one Gujarati merchant gave money to rebuild the temple, and somehow they could build. Hindu king was then ruling. Then Muslims came soon after 50-60 years. Then again they broke it. So when Akbar was ruling, Raja Man Singh was his minister, Rajasthan guy, who married his sister or somebody to him. And he was called as Todarmal. Other name was Todarmal. Akbar was little liberal and he persuaded him to build this temple. Again Gujaratis helped, and of course somebody, a king, and he rebuilt the whole temple and this Vapi. Then during the time of Lodi, exactly to be precise, 450 years ago, in 1678 or something, 77, 78, they broke it and built the mosque. So it is called Jnana Vapi Mosque. How can be mosque Jnana Vapi? It is a wrong thing. And as usual, the Muslims claim not only the religious places, they claim the country. It is the thinking, once ruled by Muslim is always Muslim country. So they still feel that India is ours only. It has to be converted to Darul Haram, Darul Islam.
Ghazwai.
That is a different. Ghazwai Hind is a project. Darul Islam. So it should be Islamic State. And for that there is a Ghazwai Hind, the roadmap. And the political development of Bangladesh, and they lost Bangladesh to independent country, these Pakistani rulers, and Bangladesh never is so far not Darul Islam, in a sense that Islamic rules are not followed. They are a democratic country. and they are secular on paper, because but then they have killed many Hindus and wiped them out also. It was a big jolt for them, they couldn't accept that, Muslims. Then our Ziaul Haq, then the president, and then whole dictators take a vow that we have to finish India. And they could not face us, so they developed the Yahya Khan and then Ziaul Haq, who died recently. What was dictator? Huh? General Ziaul Haq. He started this policy of guerrilla war and terrorist. And they created a green corridor. I had those documents way back in 2006 and 7. I spent few sleepless nights also when the information came. I had started this Acharya Sabha work and didn't know what to do. Just connecting Kashmir to Bangladesh. So North Bihar, North UP, Bengal, all are infested by Muslims. It's called Green Crescent Moon. Crescent Moon. So they have conducted, and they started with Kashmir and then Punjab. Kashmir they got it with deceit. Chief Minister connived. Farooq Abdullah went away to UK and left public at the mercy of terrorists. They publicly butchered, publicly raped, publicly killed women. They gave a mandate, Farman, vacate these hours. Nobody could believe. They were living like neighbors and they had relationship like brother, sister, eating, etc. All it was very friendly Kashmir. Even Ahmedabad also, I have seen those friendly things. Bombay, nobody cares, across India, but it was more so in Kashmir. But then people didn't leave, and when they didn't leave, they just did such a heinous crime. Physically cut the woman, publicly raping them. That scholars and things like that. University chancellor was raped publicly. And some women, and so it gave all Indians left. So they got Kashmir. Punjab, they tried elections but couldn't, Bhindranwala and all that. But they infested drugs. Punjab is a drug. There was a movie, Urda Punjab. And in Man Ki Baat, Narendra Bhai has mentioned twice in the beginning, stop this, we'll come back from the drugs. So they knew Sardars are very fighter and they are in army, so they wanted to finish it off. And way back in 2014, since I moved in that circle, they had demanded, in Indian Army there are regiments called Rajputana Regiment, Sikh Regiment, Gorkha Regiment. Why not Muslim regiment? Congress government, thank God they didn't come after that. So there was a movement since 2009-10. And so they want to capture Punjab. And now the Muslims have infiltrated Punjab. Christians are converted Sardars. And all these Kisan are Jali Wali Topi Wala. They are Muslims, they wear pagdi and go. They are paid per day 3,000, 4,000. Videos are there. They are negotiating. Per day 3,000 to the main person. I'll get 100 Kisan, 200. So all that is, they are fairly successful now in Punjab. Kashmir they lost. So these Muslims came the land. And of course, those obviously they claim the temple and the mosque. So Gnan Vapi since then is with Muslims, masjid. Now when Modi renovated this temple corridor, it was in Corona time. So there was no media. So for safety's sake, they covered the whole mosque. It was very agonizing. You enter one of the oldest city of India, In Kashi Vishwanath it is said that Lord Shiva is the king of Kashi. Every Hindu has a dream to go to Kashi. All South Indian people, you ask them, they want to go to Kashi. And you enter the temple, right there is a mosque. 9 વાગે કરું છું જરા ક્લાસ 9 વાગે. So it was very agonizing. They didn't leave. So during that time they made huge GST pipe of 4-6 inch diameter closer by. The mosque is hidden. That triggered, and some women asked for this right. It is struck in a legalities. After this Ram Mandir, Narasimha Rao passed a law that all the temples which are there in existence will maintain status quo, whosoever it is, not negotiable. Passed in a parliament. Now that law has to be repaired. And Muslims are taking shelter under that law. It is ours, now done. Even Krishna Janmabhoomi is also same issue, like every city has. And they still claim, they blatantly come on TV. I don't watch, but I get all videos to break my head. They come and tell this is our country and will. Even Ram Mandir, children of the age of 13-14 talk. You build. Hamari sarkar aayegi, our government will come and will finish it up. They say that. They say this. So 14 years old children. Maulvis say blatantly. They have courage to say, I belong to this masjid and I am telling you, whatever you can do, you may do. And about buildings also they say, in villages, people have big buildings, they have some rich and say, okay, build it, after all it's going to be ours. It's very blatant. The Sheikh, all these UP goons, Atiq and Sahabuddin, Sarfaraj and all dons, they had divided UP as their fiefdom. I have seen. When they move, like movie, nowadays Hindi movie also has that. It started with our Tamil movies, Tamil and in our Telugu. Don goes, he goes with a fleet of cars. Same model, same color. And like this, dogs, they're big, having big dogs. The dog will be looking out of it. So like that, some gunmen standing in the car and coming out with a gun, open window. It I have seen physically. I was once in this Devband and Muzaffarnagar, in those areas. I was in a bulletproof car with 2 police car escorts as a Z security. But I really see what mistake did I do to come here? If they know me as a Gujarati, they will kill me first. Because Narendra Modi had gone and finished them. Because they attacked Gujarat and he was then known by then, Modi was. And those Don at a toll booth, they will send message and all 30 cars, 40 cars will go. It was so insecure that farmers could not leave their buffalo outside. They have a small hut. They have to keep buffalo inside and sleep with buffalo. And that fellow may urinate, throw cow dung. Because if you leave outside, it's gone. And next day you can't discover because it is already butchered. It was real Gundaraj, like what it is in Bengal today. So they have done that, slowly coming back. And now still they have audacity to claim it is our country and you get out of this. Hindus, what a barbaric thinking. very, very primitive, stay in Stone Age thinking they have. There is a debate also, this concept of hooray, all this is not there in Quran. These fellows have created Maulvis. But kafir is there. There is, and that you should kill kafir is there. You should not only kill, first of all, beat him and do that. And if he converts back, God will accept. God is very compassionate. Allah bada dayalu hai, maaf karega. And if he's, after beating also doesn't listen, you put salt in his wounds. It is written. And then if he agrees that Allah bada dayalu hai. All kind of things. So much of religious indoctrination that people become non-thinker. That way terrorist is indoctrinated person, like Hitler did. It is one kind of same thing. Near legality, people are fighting. Hope something comes up and next time, ab ki baar 400 par, and we can change the constitution, make it a Hindu state. Otherwise all of us will have only Sri Lanka left to go. No, they are covering everywhere.
So what board is also part of that, right? Like they can say this is my land.
Yeah, Congress passed a law, but it was, so far they went and now challenged in the Supreme Court, and Supreme Court said you can't do that. There is a stay against it. It is true they had that power. Exploiting that power, they have taken over so many lands. And see this, I don't know how people will take. That's what I feel, bureaucracy. A law enforcing agency always works true to the ruler of the day. They are honest to the ruler. If it is Congress rule, they will follow Congress ideology and policy. If it is communist, they will follow that. Now it is Modi, so that they are now working like that. And then initiative and supporting and all that. But still that old mindset and fear is there. Because if I do something, take a strict action, and then they will make riots and my career will get spoiled, my CR spoiled, so they are hesitating. So, and sometimes political bosses don't have will to enforce the law. So, down below, bureaucracy also
Who
don't.
will be enforcing?
That's why the police is strong. And therefore they are tolerating no nonsense. But like Hemanta Biswa, that Assam chief minister, he is also like that. Calling a spade as a spade, so it works. And they have stopped these mics, but in Gujarat it is still there. They cannot play mics. No religious place can. Today only the person who had come when you were standing, I don't know, you saw him or not.
Yeah.
This fellow, he came to seek my blessing. He is sponsoring loudspeakers at every Hanuman temple. He said, we have this, I know that area in Rajkot, that is there. Now I am reconstructing the temple, and then there is one mic there. So we are going to 4 loudspeakers in 4 directions. When they start there, we will start Hanuman Chalisa. Yeah, that's the only way out. You can see still the mics there in our ashram, in office.
Yeah.
You see that?
It was there.
It is still there.
Still there, but now it is not playing.
That's what it is. Maybe removed, I don't know. I had to do. They were playing this. Allahu Akbar, nonsense. So I got high sound microphones. They stopped, I stopped. It's only way out.
But Swami, in Mississippi, saga in Ramadan, they are saying we were allowed to do that. They put, they put the money to buy the politicians.
Government, you see that politician, remember, bureaucracy is always honest to the ruler. Now you can, in a harsh words, you say that bureaucracy is, though independent pillar, but it is not independent. They say there are three: bureaucracy, judiciary, and elected members. There are three pillars of the democratic country. And they call the fourth pillar is media. But they are also buyable. It's open secret. If you say, you cannot prove, but then everybody knows they are buyable. So, kya kare? This is all, I guess, Kali Yuga coming. It's not a problem of Mississauga, it is US also. In Princeton, where Nipa says, there is a big mosque. And now they have to keep police. And on weekends and these Fridays, my God, the half road is closed. They keep parking. They don't let you celebrate by blocking the road. But every weekend it is there. They demanded, I know these commissioners, I met commissioner of New York Municipal Corporation, or whatever they call New York State or what. He has office across United Nations. He happens to be Guju. He might have heard about me and then he expressed that I met him. They were asking half a day break in the school. He stalled it. Hindus, he says, Swamiji, do something that Hindus can unite. Help me. Everywhere. And somehow they don't maintain that culture and they don't mingle. These Parsis, when came to Gujarat, they had promised the king. We know only that story, that king sent the vessel full of milk, implying that there is no space. They sent it back, adding sugar. And there was an agreement. They promised that we will wear Gujarati dress. We will speak Gujarati. So today also Parsis will speak Gujarati. Or Bombay Gujaratis don't. Parsis speak. And Parsi women wear saris. So they are used to skirt. But you can make out she doesn't know how to wear. But they will wear. They will take part in Gujarati festivals. That they don't do. Muslims just doesn't do. In fact, I told this in Pravasi Gujarati event. All diaspora had come across India, across the world. I said, we are proud of you. Each Gujarati is an ambassador of India to foreign countries. Nowhere you will find a complaint about Gujaratis. They all mix up well. So also these Japanese people, they are all respected across the world, but not Chinese. Because they mix up, they respect culture where they are. They maintain dignity. Now they are just bulldozing, very aggressive. I hope something comes up. See, all this will go only when there is awareness within themselves. Resentment within themselves about their religion, not otherwise. You can't break them. But they are fanatic to die for dharma. What you can do? Nothing. Unless they take up, they discover, exactly like this slavery. Slaves, before 150 years, before, they couldn't do anything. They could not fight the whites. But it was white who said that this should be abolished. You might be knowing it was Abraham Lincoln. There was a war of North American United States, North and South. Confederation and what two armies they were given names. The people from the California and Midwest or Confederation Army, this was called something. The battle took place in Gettysburg. He lives in the place where there are some historical events, how they crossed the river, the whole history is there. That is there. But, and whatever I read, I didn't have time much, but I come across these guys. The slaves, blacks said, we will fight for you. They said, no, we will fight, we don't need. So not a single black participated in a war against slavery. If you go to Gettysburg, when you go to ashram, it is worth visiting. They have all memorials. 50,000 soldiers died 130, 40 years ago, when this technology was not there. And this Poconos is full of ice and cold temperature. I don't know how they fought. 50,000. And when the war, unless they won it, therefore it remained United States of 51. Otherwise it would have been clear to division. And on 13th or 12th day of the war, Abraham Lincoln came to Gettysburg for memorial service. So Gettysburg Municipality, Central Hall is there, small one. Every town has that hall. In that hall he gave a service lecture. And in that lecture, these sentences came out which whole world studies. Democracy is for the people, of the people and by the people. He spoke there. And soon after that, within a fortnight, he was shot dead when he went to see a movie. Those days, with how they survived, when there was no room heaters. On the horses they fought. No roads. What?
Gettysburg is in Washington.
No, Gettysburg is in Pennsylvania.
Pennsylvania.
That other Gettysburg. That's a problem. In America, every town has half a dozen. Every street, there are everywhere you will find this drive and this. And everywhere you will find the same buildings and everything is same. You go there, all crossroads, this, that, you don't see any variety. Here every cow is different. You get every citizen is different. You get so monotonous. Names, streets, buildings, everywhere same drive and all kinds of things are same. So this is Pennsylvania. Our Kiran stays there,
Yeah.
Dr. Kiran.
Yeah.
And he took me there.
But on this other issue, the brainwashing takes place in madrasas. So is there a way to stop that? Like Vishwas has done it, right?
Oh,
There's Assam Chief Minister, Hemanta Vishwas.
Hemanta Vishwas.
Yeah.
Thing is, country is a secular country. It is a fundamental right that you can follow any religion and preach any religion. What can you do? Chief Minister may stop, grant to the such institution. But privately somebody sponsors, you can't do. Just as suppose tomorrow government stops any money to temples. Of course they are not giving. But then suppose it is so, but I can build my own, what can you do? So, unless this is to, there is a lot of hope, there is a lot of changes taking place, just don't despair. First thing is learn. This is personal advice and command if you want. Guru's Agna. Because I have been a victim of this. For 3-4 years, I have spent such a stressful period. So many nights I could not sleep. Because Congress ruling, and day in and day out I get all this news. For 1 month I stopped my email. Used to get all mails. Even today I find the same. If you see WhatsApp, 95+ percent WhatsApp. I mean, there are two categories only. One, good morning, good evening, temple darshan, and beating the chest, chhati kutwana. Muslims did this. This happened to Indian Hindu women. This temple broken. These cows have been slaughtered. All that kind of news. Nobody writes what you can do. They are creating pain in you. You don't want to act. And every third day I get petitions. Swamiji, this is the problem, you should address. But tu karis doba? What will you do? They think it is a responsibility of Paramatma. Even our Acharya Sabha members forward me. Swamiji, do something. I said, you are Acharya. You do. Why you put every basket on my shoulder? Everybody does it. And then they say, Swamiji, you are doing great work. I say, help me. Nobody wants to help me. Secondly, some of them are overwise. You are doing great work. But Swamiji, we miss you. You are such a good teacher. I will start teaching. Who will do this? Help me. Nobody wants to do this. This is a typical Indian mentality. Chhati Kutwana message. Nobody talks of something. I am doing this. Inspirational message. And this can start. Nothing. And I have this, what you can say, wrong habit. I always think of solution. I don't want to cry over the problem. I get irritated, that. What's the use of wretched news? Think of solution. And nobody wants to do. So don't, and of these WhatsApps, I have that sense now developed with this experience. One thing you should know, what you read the news and what is a fact is totally different. Political discussions I hear, people are becoming so aggressive, one side this, other. I know the real story. None of them is true. I have to develop Sakshi Bhava. 90% truth you don't know. And so never discuss politics. And of this news I can make out that 40-50%, and in my case 80%, I get those, are made up news. It is bogus. Or the old one. Some 2012, that WhatsApp I had in 2012, that email, and now it rotates. Some of the emails, this is called narrative. There are agencies who can send mass WhatsApps, mass emails. And same thing gets circulated to create a feeling. That is why artificial intelligence is very dangerous. AI can change the whole thinking of the society. Whole character by sending crafted messages. Keva message kaise hai? Those pictures, cropped pictures. But message is also, there is a word. They do that. WhatsApp, and every month somebody adds me. I have some 5,000, 6,000 contacts. I have to give somewhere, and then they make a group and add me. So I have to have patience. Because if I remove immediately, they call. Why Swamiji, you are not in a group? And slowly I have to keep deleting groups. Unnecessary. It is a disease. Yesterday that deputy CM came. She might matter.
Deva Kumari.
Dear
Diya Kumari. Of course, there were local MP and local ex-minister and party president were supposed to escort her because she was on a semi-state, semi-party visit. But before she came, the news, somehow in newspaper it appeared. So they were to give it to police for escorts and security. Media have connection in police, so they discovered where she is going. So it was first visit to Swami Paramatmananda. 12 guys had come here. By the time we finished lunch, they were here. They said, well, I am this Samiti member, I am that, and we have been told by party president to receive Diya Kumari here. I said, she is coming to my ashram. How are you going to receive her? Lying, so that they can hang on. And few of them just took a picture. When you greet them, there is the camera. Everybody has posted her visit on Facebook, on X, on that podcast, except me, for whom she had come. I didn't get time to post and I don't care. All they send me post. The disease. Some Swamis, Jai Bholai, he has gone to Somnath. Why you send your picture? Jai Bholai and all that. Well, he will go to ocean and then make mudra and take picture. Every day I get some 600-700 WhatsApp. I am the most inactive person. And then some of them I delete it out straight. I know, okay, aisa hi hai. Kya kar? It's a disease. Want to take picture and I was with so and so. Where is it? What is that?
You need to have a secretary to
Huh?
just, you need to have a secretary to just watch your WhatsApp only.
Better not, he will break my head. Why should he break? He will break his head and tell me. So I decided I don't want that, anything. There is a tremendous pressure on me. In fact, Amit Bhai himself told me, Narendra Bhai, why are you not active on social media? How can I tell him that I have to keep 2 secretaries if I do that? And everybody says, Swamiji, you are doing great work. Jai Shri Krishna. Paisa, anybody. Nobody wants to help. Somehow, and all negative news. This happened, that happened, and bogus, fake news. They blow the things out of proportion. Maybe some small might have happened. Blow it out.
Why they have to send to you, Swamiji?
There are a few groups, where I am. And there are so much concerned Hindus. They get news and they are pained. So where to vomit the pain? Paramatmananda. Some news come like that, some come by group. Somebody somewhere, suddenly, Swamiji, this is happening. Please do something. I am not Sarvashaktiman. I am not Krishna having many Krishnas I can create. Tomorrow? Is yours or
No.
some? No?
My question that was there, I withdrew.
Withdrew?
Yeah,
Why?
because you answered more than enough in class today.
But I am I'm happy only to know that, otherwise out of resentment, not answered. Withdraw the support. I'll take one, it's already 9. There are some pending. Today I didn't go up after the class. I'm here only with visitors and little walk. 1/3 of my routine walk I could do. At the arrival of Brahma's day begins, stationary and movable, originated from the unmanifest, and when the night falls, they dissolve in the same. Yes. It is not only at the arrival of the day. During one day, there are 14 Manus. So now, that is the period, maybe his day is of 14 hours, not 12 hours. So that is called Vaivasvat Manvantare. They do Sankalpa. And during each Manu there are Pralayas. And during Brahmaji's night there is Mahapralaya. Everything is Bijavastha. Current Srishti is 13.7 billion years, and Brahma's day is 4.32 billion years, and night the same. Yes. Can you shed light on why current has existed beyond the day of Brahma? It is not. Or 13.7 billion years. It is 4. You see, what science says today is 13 billion and 14 billion. They work on certain assumptions. And those assumptions need not be true. And secondly, our calculation of Brahma's days also can be different. The day scale, as other day I mentioned, is different from different lokas to different lokas. And therefore, and suppose it is wrong, let us accept that Srishti existed before. The Tatparya is not to talk about the day and night. Tatparya is to talk about Utpatti, Sthiti and Pralaya. That's all it is. Like people telling, I had a questions 3 times at different time, 3 times at different venue and different times after my Gita lecture. Swamiji, how much will it take to complete Gita when we study from you? American style. I would say minimum you have to attend classes for 5 to 6 years. Even if I take thrice a week, it takes so much of classes because actually 35 to 45 weeks we work and every year 100 classes. So minimum, so 100, 120 classes. So 5 years I take, then it becomes 600 classes and Gita is 700 verses. So it takes that much. There are few verses I can take quickly, but generally 1 verse a day and some verses take more. So you should be ready for 5 to 7 years. Oh, it takes 5, 7 years. That means so many hours. I said, yes, so many hours. Nice, we'll have to study, very demanding and like that. Then, Swamiji, when Gita was taught, genuine expression. So I tell it was Mahabharata, war. But when? Very first day, before the war began. Now you say it takes 600 classes for a war. How can be in Mahabharata? It was on the very first day before the war. Bakri Dibbe and then I mean, they had some other questions. How to justify this? I used to tell him, it can be justified. If Krishna can create day out of night and night out of day, he can do this gimmick also. Then Gujarat gap lai gaya 600 kalak. He would have swallowed and made sure. Then I have to tell him that Gita is not taught by this local Paramatma. It was original Paramatma. And was not studied by you, it was studied by Arjuna. He didn't require a commentary. I am giving explanation. It's a dialogue, just chanting. So can be finished in 2 hours. I say, whether it was a history or not, we say it's a Krishna, it was Krishna taught. But suppose it is Vyasa's imagination, then also you study. Gita removes your ignorance. And that's your problem. Whether your ignorance is gone through a historical book or fiction book, why do you care for that? Just study. Similarly, this Utpatti Sthiti is not a Tatparya. Tatparya is to discover this is how creation is, cyclic. In the dissolution state, anything is in a seed form. Everything is in a seed form, including time and space, yes. What triggers the germination of the seeds? At this stage, all gunas are in equilibrium, yes. Maya is in silent, all gunas are in equilibrium. I think I have answered this in class. Karma phalas trigger the creation, germination. As such, there is no germination, they just sprout, like an animated movie, sprouting. So, time and space and objectivity, area, etc. is created by God, depending upon samasti karma phalas, jivas. Lokas are also created. We are not sure. This is the only loka. The whole universe, that Carl Sagan book, it is infinite. There is one very nice series also was there. He is astrophysicist, has written a book. Is endlessly vast. Now and then you hear a news. Some 14 billion light years, some billion light years ago, star has been found. You know only that. How far it is. So you have a news of an old newspaper. How long? 14 billion old. Because light travelled this much. That too light years. Forget about human year. So there is possibility. Type of karma phalas different. So Bhagavan may have different lokas. So I don't deny the possibility of other beings in other lokas. We have only wisdom of solar system. That's all we can know. Maybe, who knows? Whatever it is, even in that loka, if they have a mind similar to human mind, they will need Gita. Fundamental problem is there. Whether you are a worker or an officer or CEO of a company or a film star or an artist or public speaker or neta, problem is same. In spite of all achievement, I am incomplete. That's a problem. men or women, young or old, I am not okay, that's a problem. Self-dissatisfaction. Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadhaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha.